And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another presentation here on MLE 2's Sunday. We're bringing you Champion League this time around. We have a matchup of the Elite versus the Dodgers. I'm your host, Nigel Thornbrake, and next to me here in the booth this time will be Ice Cold Brew. How you doing, ICB?
I'm doing great. It's Sunday. We got 2's action coming on the docket, and I get to see two of my favorite teams right now, the Dodgers and the Elite, outside of my own, of course. The absolute best team in the Orange Conference, Demolition, in my opinion.
I mean, we can have words as to who's the best team here and there later, but yeah, this is going to be a great matchup. I mean, obviously, this one's very relevant to me. This is the same division we're in here with the Tyrants, so I actually get to do a little bit of scouting while talking about Rocket League, which is honestly a good way to spend a Sunday.
It's a great way to spend a Sunday. And again, we get to see some fantastic teams, some people who we are very familiar with, either from the All-Star game from last season, or we've seen them climb through the ranks and be a terrifying force in their new position in the league. Shout outs to War Rat and Quispy as well in that position.
So yeah, out of the lineup here. So just so the folks at home are keeping up here, for the Elite, we're going to have Quispy and War Rat, and on the Dodgers, we're going to have Bryonyx and owner of the White Sedan, who I will immediately truncate to. I'm only going to call him Sedan. I'm not saying owner of the White Sedan for the next hour. But so out of those four here, who do you think is really like your prediction for impact player? Is somebody going to come out of the gates here and really make a difference in this matchup?
Well, War Rat is very well known for being a striker, very aggressive on the field. Quispy was someone I actually scouted for in the Demolition as well. We almost picked him up last season. And then, of course, we have those two working together, which could be a good combination offense-defense balance. However, owner of the White Sedan and Bryonyx have been so terrifying to see every time they popped up on the field. I really might have to give this to the Dodgers now, just for experience, chemistry, and knowledge of each other.
I actually think that if we're making predictions here, I'm going to agree with you. I would take the Dodgers over the Elite here just because I know this is going to be War Rat's first series in Champion League, let alone first one on stream. But we'll see how it goes.
All right. And as of right now, we just got a message about rehost. We are looking at Bryonyx take possession of the ball here. He has it going up, back out, going to a new lobby now.
Oh, all right. So
due to some issues in the background. So as we reset the lobby, have you actually had a chance to play with War Rat in any of the scrims?
I have actually. So War Rat and I were scrimming earlier this week as we were both trying desperately to get eligible there right at the last minute, right before week one started. It went reasonably well. And so War Rat and I have played together quite a bit over both he and I were, I joined the league in FL back in season 12. Somewhere around there.
I think you were season 12, yeah, because I played with you back then. I remember that, and I was still down there up till this season, actually.
Yeah, so as I've climbed all my way up AL to CL, War Rat's been kind of there along the way, and so we're old frenemies, as you might put it, old rivals. And he's always been just like you mentioned earlier, like a solid striker, somebody who's very aggressive, somebody who can be a real thorn in your side on the pitch. So very glad to see him up here and joining us in CL. And interested to see how well he's going to put together what we know he's capable of on the field here up at this next higher skill level.
Yeah, War Rat was a pickup in Demolition as well. Very strong ACAD player. We unfortunately could not pick him up the previous season, but the growth that he's shown is a force to behold because he, I believe, ended last season kind of near that 12 spot. And then just jumped up to a 14 salary in the past couple weeks. I'm getting messages in chat right now saying that actually War Rat has played a series already. He's actually been part of the 3 series for the Elite versus Dodgers, which is very interesting because I played with War Rat in 3s a lot of times, and this is back from like FL days, honestly. And he has a very different play style in 3s versus 2s, but now maybe he solidified that and become a bit more of a striker overall. In both teams. As we're waiting for the lobby info, though, let's talk a little bit about Bryonyx and owner of the White Sedan. I believe, if I remember correctly, I saw Bryonyx in the 2's All-Star match for AL. Would that be correct?
I don't remember. I wasn't there for the 2's match, but I do know both Bryonyx and Sedan from working with them on Sprocket. So I don't have a whole lot of experience with them on the pitch, but I do know that they're both very, very solid people. A lot of fun to be around, a lot of fun to work with. So I would expect, given that I know they both played for the Dodgers last season, and they were both Oh.
And
technical difficulties there. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
As we're trying to get the new lobby started back up here, we're just going back to kick off on game one here.
They are currently testing the lobby at the moment just to get a better feel. Updates on Rocket League have been a little bit rough over the season. We even still have that issue ongoing with ball chasing right now, where the API and the parsing for replays is not allowing teams to really update their replays, so we don't have accurate standings and report cards coming out at this time until the dev for, by the way, the one dev for ball chasing is able to get back to work on that. As far as I know, there's only one person can do that, which is unfortunate.
Right. So, not that anybody really minds here or cares about the technical details, but we have some space to fill. The important thing to note is that the replay file format itself changes from pretty much every time Psyonix update the game. And there is a common library known as boxcars that both ball chasing and car ball and a whole bunch of other pieces of code out there that process these replay files all depend upon. And so it's not just the website of ball chasing that's having impact, it's everybody who uses this single library. And we're waiting for this one person who maintains that single library to go through and spend, the day or so it might take them to figure out what the new replay format is, because it's all reverse engineered.
That's both terrifying to think about how much pressure that one person has, but also there's got to be like some kind of reliability where, like, if you see something broken, you're the one who put the code in, you're the one who kind of built that from the ground up, so you know mostly how it works.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely the case, but this is actually a much larger topic within our society in general. I mean, there are other pieces of software that are used far more globally, all throughout the world. I mean, think of curl, that are maintained by individuals who, if they just walked away from their computers today, a lot of society was shut down. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Rocket League, and here we are finally underway again with the new lobby in Game 1, Dodgers versus Elite.
And right now we have the Elite running away with the ball. Crispe trying to keep it slowed down, give Warat plenty of time to get back on defense, but Brionyx passing it off to Owner of the White Sedan. Owner cannot get a touch on, so Brionyx now actually getting update Woods in CL last season for the All-Star game, not the AL. Thank you to Fulcrum for that note. Owner of the White Sedan puts a shot on, and Warat gets a save. Nice, easy save, sending it off the side, but now Brionyx up in the air, passes it down to Sedan once more, gets it around Warat. Crispe, they will pinch it out to the corner. Sedan just a little bit off target. That ball heads all the way upfield, and Crispe gets a little bit more speed, try to pass it down to Warat and get demoed by the Owner of the White Sedan. And now we're back on the offensive side for the Dodgers, who got demoed by Crispe.
Love to see the demos coming out early. Love to see physical gameplay, especially in twos. It makes such a huge difference. But then nobody touches the ball, and Crispe takes an easy one right in front of the net. 1-0 Elite.
A little bit of a miscommunication breaking down at the goal line there. I think Brionyx thought Owner had it and then did not get to reaction time. Crispe just taking advantage of that easy, just right in front of the net opportunity. Almost a little bit underskilled for what I'm used to seeing in CL. Now Crispe fighting for boost positioning there off of Brionyx, but Owner of the White Sedan gets another demo. Now
Brionyx just not ready for it, though.
Yeah. Brionyx was unprepared for that pass out. Has to challenge Crispe. Crispe gets it popped up high. Sedan is forward. Warat gets it around both Brionyx and Sedan and gets another point in favor of the Elite.
What an excellent strike here from Warat. And you can see Brionyx was really trying to disrupt, and he was bumping Warat, making his best effort to get him off the ball there. Sedan leaving the net a little bit early, and Warat making him pay.
Yeah, Warat just really terrible with the accuracy right now. Just very nice touch, put it right behind and around both defenders there, and the Dodgers are kind of left wanting. But now Sedan looking for a little bit more aggression, gets a demo on Warat. That might have been a mistake. Has to scramble back as Crispe pops it over high, gets it back into the corner. Brionyx has a little bit of space now. Warat giving him time, bounces off of his hood, and Sedan taking up the field, has an open net opportunity. Crispe's nowhere around, Warat's nowhere around, and gets the first point in favor of the Dodgers.
So it makes you wonder, what happened here? Did we not see it? There it is. Brionyx getting a well-timed bump on Crispe, taking out the second man. Sedan walks it in, and the Dodgers finally get on the board here. 3:14 left in game one.
3:14 left, 2-1 in favor of the Elite right now. Good bump by Brionyx there. Maybe not getting any points recognized on the stat sheet, but definitely recognition on the field. Warat comes in, disrupts the pass from Brionyx. Now Sedan pops it up high. It's still a little bit too high, but Brionyx has not enough boost around. And now Quispe tries to get a touch, misses it, no boost. Brionyx going for an air dribble, tries to take it over the backboard, wants to get it out to Sedan, but gets a little bit too far out. Now Warrat bops it up to Quispe. Quispe is trying to get a flick around, cannot get touched, dodges a demo from Sedan, but gets blocked by Brionyx for that play.
That was really the Dodgers getting lucky there that the Elite couldn't capitalize on their mistakes. Sedan overcommitting his second man after Brionyx was stuck on the opponent's backboard. Wide open field. Quispe just couldn't put the ball in his car and walk it down into the net like he needed to.
Good backboard pass, trying to get it out to White Sedan, but White Sedan just decides that's not for him, and good call on that. Is able to challenge Warrat. Now Brionyx is coming in to fill. Avoids the boost from Warrat. Warrat pinches it off of Brionyx. Now Sedan is the last person back. Warrat misses the touch. Quispe opts to go on the defensive side there. Gets the ball back up. It's on target. Brionyx is able to get a soft touch right into the corner. Has to get it around Warrat. Does so. Goes off the ceiling. Needs a little bit more speed behind that. Tries to get an off the ceiling shot right into the net, but it's a little too soft, too slow, and Quispe is able to run away with it.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of interesting, creative takes and challenges from Brionyx in particular, trying to get something going for the Dodgers, but really just not able to make anything stick and not able to get really synced up well with Sedan here. We're seeing flashes of brilliance, but so far the Elite putting together the better package on field.
Yeah, the Elite don't really need to worry about flashy shots. They just need to get it out to each other. I think the Dodgers should take a page from their book on that. Brionyx tries to get around both Warrat and Quispe, but now that ball's centered. Brionyx coming in at the last moment, puts it right back in the corner to Warrat. Quispe stepping back, opting for the defensive edge here, knowing they have a point ahead with a minute left. Might be able to get in front of owner of the White Sedan, cannot get there. Sedan is able to get the save and now has possession, going up the field, flicks it over Warrat. It's on target. He just needs to get a little touch in front of the net, and Quispe is able to send it off to the side, away from Brionyx and up the field. Can Warrat get there in time before Sedan is able to get defense? And no, that ball's heading down to the corner. 45 seconds left. Can the Dodgers catch up and tie the game? Quispe with a fantastic save, running back to the goal.
Quispe just putting on an absolute defensive masterclass right now, showing just how deadly good possession can be in twos. The Dodgers have no chance to put on really any sort of offensive pressure there. And as I'm saying this, Quispe lets one in. So maybe we'll see the Dodgers finally starting to find some cracks in the armor.
I think Quispe just was not expecting that pinch. It bounces right over him. And that's just an easy read for White Sedan, waiting for that nice little pass right in front of the net. And even then, if they miss that, they have plenty of time to get back on defense. Warrat was kind of up and away, and Quispe was just kind of trapped by himself, but maybe he's going to put another point back on. White Sedan able to get a shot, a save, gets a savior. Now has possession, no boost to think about, no boost to say. Tries to pass it back to Brionyx, gets in front of Quispe, but Quispe is able to get the touch into the corner. And now Quispe centering, ball is about to die, 1 second left. Sedan flicks it off, now going to the ball is Brionyx and cannot get there in time. It is an OT for the first match.
Like to see this first match going straight to overtime. Both these teams came here to play. Looking forward to seeing what the rest of the series is going to bring for us. But Brionyx cheating way up there for the pass and doesn't end up touching it, doesn't need to. Sedan puts it right in, and the Dodgers take game one.
Some notes that I just realized about the kickoff there. It's really unfortunate when you see both teams, both players on the same team going to the same side on kickoff and then just being kind of trapped there. And Brionyx was there for the shot, but didn't really need to do much. Warrat jumped in for the save and could not get a safe touch on the ball. And White Sedan was just able to give it a nice, easy lob. 3 points in favor of the owner of the White Sedan, Brionyx. 1 assist in their help and 2 saves. Matching the number of shots for the Elite, too.
Notice that we were even on shots there. And so far, we haven't really seen anybody run away with it. Obviously, when we went to overtime in game one, so far, we were seeing what I was saying earlier about the Dodgers and not being able to really get Sedan hooked up there, as that he was trying to collapse the net as a second man and bring the offensive pressure there. Right at the end, we finally saw it start to hook up. We finally saw Brionyx getting passes in there, Sedan sending him home. So now it looks like the series has really begun in earnest for the Dodgers, and so the Elite have to find a way to respond. Because if they're just going to keep letting things go as they did here in the last minute or so of the game here in game one, this series could very well run away from them.
Yeah, and one thing I really want to shout out about Brionyx is it's not really showing up on the scoreboard, but he was there getting bumps, and that pressure he was putting on the Elite, making them kind of throw away the ball, making it more difficult for them to put shots on after them getting those first 2 goals. And let's not forget that one goal that helped get that momentum going forward, the bump on the last man for the Elite, just giving owner of the White Sedan that easy alley just to get into the net for that, I believe, first goal. Yeah. Was the biggest game changer and got them to keep that pressure going forward. And then they tied it, and now they've run away with it in overtime. But now we're in match 2 here, and Brionics is trying to get a point of his own. Wara able to deflect it away. Quispe 50s off of White Sedan. Now Brionics up in the air, tries to get the dribble going, but Warat's already flying high, soaring through the air with that rainbow behind him. Gets that ball, has an open alley, open net opportunity, gets an easy goal for the first point in favor of the Elite.
And this is honestly just excellent play from Warrat here. Warrat read this immediately as soon as Brionics popped it, got in the air faster than Brionics, beat into the ball. Sedan had really a tough job in front of him keeping Warrat away from that corner. Wasn't able to do it. Easy goal, and it's 1-0 Elite.
1-0 Elite. Kind of losing that kickoff there. Brionics is up in the air a little bit too far, too high, but bounces it right in front of the net. Quispe and Warrat, miscommunication there, and White Sedan is able to take the easy shot off the pass from Brionics. Good placement on that pass, too, just forcing everyone to jump.
Yeah, I think everybody took the threat of a double tap a little too seriously there, giving Brionics a little too much space, and it left the net wide open, and Sedan really just had to tap it in.
And now White Sedan might be looking for another point here. Has an air dribble, might be looking for a flip set, cannot get it around, and Quispe is able to deflect it away. Now Brionics, last one back. Has to get in front of the ball here, sends it up the center, is able to get a second touch, sends it off to the corner. Now Quispe fighting for that boost, fighting for the ball, tries to pass it down to Warrat, but that's a dangerous position to be in. Now White Sedan is able to get a shot, hits it off the post, and cannot complete the play.
That's really not the kind of miss you want to see coming out, especially at this level. Up here in Champion League, I mean, the previous series, we saw a lot of open net misses as well, but at this level, every opportunity counts, every open net you have to drain, and so Sedan's going to be kicking himself about that one.
Warrat cheating up a little bit too close. Quispe and him on the same side. Quispe might be looking for the ball. Warrat pops it up towards the center. Brionics pops it high, looks to get a pass out to White Sedan, who cannot pick up the call. And now we have Brionics trying to maintain possession, slow the ball down, stop the Elite onslaught, and Sedan is able to come in and deflect it away. Tries to get a bicycle flip, tries to get it away from Warrat, but Warrat's able to maintain patience. Keeps it on the corner, tries to pass it out to Quispe, and cannot get the play to continue from there.
An excellent demo there from Sedan to shut the play down, effectively get the transition started, and most importantly, get some pressure off of their side of the field.
I think right now the Dodgers are doing a good job of just watching where the Elite are going, but maybe I spoke too soon as Brionics cheats up a bit too much, and Warrat pops it right over him like it's volleyball.
You know, that sort of seems like the theme of this series. We'll start to talk about how good one of the teams is doing. Great job possessing the ball. They're controlling the midfield. Oh, look there. They're getting scored on. It seems like they're trying their best to make liars of us.
Honestly, every time I cast, I feel like any kind of analysis, any kind of just, oh yeah, this is a very smart decision, and now they just made the worst decision in the world. It happens live on stream, and I feel like I'm caught in 4K every time. Now Brionics.
I mean, that's why one of the most famous sayings in this entire esport is "This is Rocket League."
This is Rocket League, and Warrat might be able to get around Brionics and White Sedan. Brionics kind of jumping in there, trying to help out. Bit of a dangerous situation. Quispe pops it off the corner. Sedan keeps control, but Warrat's already there. Keeps it in front of the net, and now they're stepping back. Looks to be grabbing some boost right now. Waiting for Brionics to make a mistake. Pops it off him. Quispe comes in, takes it off the hood of Warrat. Trying to keep that offensive pressure going. Does not want to give the Dodgers any kind of space to get a pass out. Does not want to give them an easy open net. Quispe stepping back as Warrat charges forward. Now going for a demo on Brionics.
That's an excellent heads-up play from Warrat there. Immediately the offensive pressure dissipates when you kill the second man who's waiting to take his shot there. And honestly, I'm a little surprised that that happened, but caught Brionics sleeping, just sitting still in the middle of the field.
It's hard to kind of listen in on that unless you have your game settings turned up to where you can hear the sound effects. And Warrat deflects the shot for Brionics, who was trying to go for a ground pinch, I think. Now Quispe up in the corner, sends it both to Sedan and Brionics. That might be a misplay there. Quispe takes control from Warat, tries to get it around Brionyx, cannot get a pop-up high enough. Brionyx getting saved. Minute 20 has gone by, is left in the game, I mean, and Dodgers are looking for one more point, trying to get a pass going to each other, trying to get some kind of play. I feel like the Elite have their number right now, just shutting down their offense.
Well, they really do, because the Dodgers aren't making effective use of the space of the field that they're being given. They're playing a lot of boomer ball right now because the Elite have adjusted to it. They're playing soft back in their defensive third. They're able to easily collect any of the touches that the Dodgers send upfield because the Dodgers aren't staying close to them. So if we see the Dodgers make an adjustment there, either by taking out some of that soft pressure underneath with their aggressive physical play like they started off with last game, or possessing the ball more strongly down the field like we're seeing Sedan try to do here, maybe we'll see the results start to change. But if not, then I don't think that really we're going to see any change until the end of the game here.
Yeah, good communication between Quispe and Warat. Warat getting that block, and Quispe sending the ball up the side towards the middle of the field. Could not really finish the play, though, with White Sedan trying to keep that momentum going forward. White Sedan going for a back pass and gets a demo on Quispe. Warat, last one alive at the moment, gets a 50 off of Brionyx, keeps it upfield in their favor. Quispe with the bump, trying to get another touch on the ball. Double commit from the Elite. Warat's flying towards that net, but is able to get that 50 in their favor. Now Brionyx has to keep that ball alive, and Quispe making the smart play, wheels down, touches that ball to the ground.
Yeah, an excellent play there from Quispe to end the game, and really the Elite were in the driver's seat there at the end of that game. Really nice to see. They had adjusted well. They saw that the Dodgers were trying to play boomer ball. They saw that the Dodgers were trying to just get something over their head to get those easy touches like we saw in the first game. The Elite said, no, sir, that's not what we're here for. We figured you guys out. And so now it's the Dodgers' turn to respond. We're 1-1 in the series going into game 3. Do you think that the Dodgers make an adjustment here and play possession ball? Or do you think that maybe they try to look for more demos and more physical play to open things up? Or maybe just more of the same and try to play it a little faster?
I think it's going to be a combination of the latter two, or the first and the third, because I do not see demo plays working out in their favor, just because Warat immediately responds once the Dodgers have possession, just immediately jumps in on it. And if it's not Warat, Quispe is realizing Warat is back or Warat is demoed and then takes advantage of that. And I feel like the Elite just need to keep playing what they're playing, but the Dodgers, if they can maintain possession, be a bit more field aware of when they're about to get challenged for a 50 and try to force those 50s to work in their favor. That could be a difference maker, because I know one thing that frustrates me on the field is when 50s don't go my way and I keep trying to get another 50 in order to beat them out. But honestly, just smart possession, smart plays, and better passes will make the difference between the Dodgers and the Elite for this next match. And
Absolutely.
folks, if you like any of the plays that you see, if you see anything you want on the field to be recognized and play of the week, hit exclamation mark POTW to get that going. As Brionyx gets a kickoff goal off the corner, bit of a miscommunication there between the Elites.
Now, honestly, this is just a thrown away touch by Warat here. Whether or not he gets bumped by Quispe, he doesn't have the ability to get back on that ball faster than Brionyx is going to. So, a little bit of a fumble in the corner from the Elite. And so far in the series, I mean, that's really where we've seen the Dodgers able to shine, is like they see a mistake from their opponents and they capitalize on it. So now the question is, will the Elite make enough mistakes for the Dodgers to gain the advantage here?
And White Sedan was about to capitalize on another mistake between Quispe and Warat, but could not get it in. Just a little bit too high, bounced off the crossbar. And I think that might be the answer they're looking for, though. They just need to keep that pressure on the Elite, make them make bad touches, force them to make misplays, force them to be aware of a demo. But Quispe keeping calm and collected, gets demoed by Brionyx, but it's already too late. That ball popping in.
Quispe absolutely called Sedan's bluff and said, I bet you can't touch me before I put this in your net, and he was right.
1-1 right now, tied game. One from a mistouch off the corner, one from just a bit too much pressure, and just some calm, cool collectiveness from the Elite. Noble of them to stay calm in the midst of a battle. Over the White Sedan getting a save from the shot by Warat, but Quispe tries to send it right back. Warat making this play to stay in the center of the field. Sends it off to the corner. Tries to get another read off of Brionyx. Brionyx gets a 50. Now Quispe tries to keep possession alive for the Elite. Almost gets a flick into it. Now Brionyx has the entire field to himself. Is able to walk it in with that demo from White Sedan.
Sedan absolutely heads up play here, just head on a swivel, sees Warrat rotating back a little bit too far up the field. Takes him off the field, wipes him off the pitch there. Brionis just walks it into the net.
I think we might actually be seeing neither of the options I called out. Instead, we're going to definitely see a lot more demos coming from the Dodgers. Owner of the white Sedan just making himself out to be a demo king. And we have Brionis wait for that touch from Warrat, gets it around, pops it back into the corner off the touch from Warrat, passes over to White Sedan, cannot get there. White Sedan sends it back into the side, pinches out towards the center. Can he get another touch before Warrat? No, Warrat takes it away. But now the Dodgers still maintain possession of the ball here. Quispe booms it into the side, a little bit off target, and Sedan is able to keep possession. Wants to hold onto this ball for dear life, keep that lead alive. And Warrat, unfortunate 50, so Quispe fakes out the touch, giving Warrat time to come in and send it back into the corner.
That was really an excellent play from Quispe there. And honestly, so far in the last 20 or 30 seconds, we've really seen Quispe be on it. He's reading the play far ahead of what everybody else in the lobby is. He's seeing where the ball is going to go, and he's able to react and do things like pre-jump and just completely shut down an attack from Brionis. Unfortunately, not able to see far enough ahead in advance to get ahead of the Dodgers defense so far. The Elite still down one, and they give up another.
Great pass off the backboard from owner of the white Sedan. And Quispe double committing there, just trying to get in the way of that ball, but unfortunately it just heads off the backboard and right into Brionis, who was waiting for that pass. 3 points in favor of the Dodgers, 1 point to the Elite right now, 2-point difference between the two. Warrat gets the kickoff, but sends it over to Brionis, who tries to follow it up and cannot get there. Quispe lands on the roof, still able to maintain control, but that's a dangerous spot to be in. Owner of the white Sedan takes it off the front of his bumper, gets another point.
You hate to see that. Everybody who plays Rocket League knows that this is super dangerous. You never want to dribble the ball right in front of your net. Quispe didn't have the handles there to really give himself any other options, and it goes right in his net. Sedan making him pay.
And now 2 minutes, 32 seconds left in the match. Elite needing to find a little bit more life right now, but it feels like the Dodgers have figured out their game plan from the last time. Now we need to see what changes they can do in the next 2 minutes, 20 seconds. So plenty of time to catch back up. Warrat has an open net opportunity, pops it a bit. It's going right in, and they get another point as soon as I say it. Great bump from Quispe as well, too. I believe I saw that happen in the background.
Yeah, this was definitely Quispe bumping on owner of the white Sedan there. Real same heads up, almost exactly a carbon copy of the play that we saw the Dodgers make earlier to get their second goal, where Sedan bumped Quispe. It was just turnabout, and Quispe said, "Hey, come here." Took him off the field, or took him out of the play anyways.
Yeah, I think that's more of what they need. They need to get that last man back. Brionis almost making a flashy show of it, tries to get the ball on net, hits the crossbar instead, and now White Sedan missed the shot. That ball's heading back to the corner. Brionis trying to get a little bit more boost, gets it around Quispe, but Warrat's there, pops it up high. White Sedan pre-jumps, tries to get a touch on it, goes back to Warrat, who shoots it a little bit too high. And now Quispe trying to keep that play alive, tries to get it around owner of the white Sedan, who still holds on to the ball. Warrat tries to challenge, but that might have been too little too soon. Almost a double touch opportunity from owner of the white Sedan. And we see the Dodgers stepping back, waiting for the play to work in their favor. They're trying to maintain this lead right now, but Warrat might have just found an easy goal. Sedan getting a save, and now Quispe is trying to keep boost going. Tries to get that ball to the corner, and Warrat's there to help out and save the play before this lead deepens anymore.
Yeah, I think we're really starting to see the pressure overwhelming the Elite. They're making great touches, they're making super mechanical saves, but if you're starting to have to make mechanical saves over and over and over again, you know that the rotations are starting to fall apart. You know that you're eventually going to run out of boost, and it's only a matter of time. Thankfully, in this case, they're able to escape, get set up, and get a little bit of pressure of their own on the Dodgers side of the field. And Warrat has an opportunity here. Can't put it in.
Unfortunate play there. A little bit too low on boost there. Quispe trying to get that pass out, and Warrat just not able to find the back of the net. 38 seconds left. Can they make this 2-point difference and get back? Quispe trying to get demo and Sedan. Warrat pops it up towards the middle. Brionis already up in the air, sends it back towards the center of the field. Tries to get another touch on it, but Warrat has sent it right back. No one's pressuring White Sedan right now, so Quispe has to jump and anticipate the flick. He's able to get it back to the corner. Can he get a pass out to Warrat? Unfortunately, that ball bounced far and away. Sedan and Brionis, just 10 seconds left in the play. They had this match in their hand. So now we just need the Elite to figure out what their game plan is for the next match and whether or not the Dodgers will be able to contend with them.
Yeah,
2-4.
and I mean, honestly, the Dodgers, they're putting on a master class of how you kill the clock. Being up 2, or really being up 3 for the last 2.5 minutes there of the game, letting one goal in over the course of that last half of the game there. They knew keeping the ball in the air and keeping the ball away from the defenders and not throwing it straight to them like they were in game 2 really worked out for them there. But yeah, I think the change there, the difference was the Dodgers played a little bit more aggressive, slightly faster, and they were incorporating more and more bumps, more physical play into their game, and that seemed to be the difference there in game 3.
Yeah, the Dodgers just kind of came up showing themselves a little bit different, and Brionics was scoring a lot more on the field. White Sedan was just able to make a lot more pressure and presence known, and Quispe was there trying to clear out the field to give Warrat more chance to put the ball on net, but unfortunately 1 for 4, if all 4 of those shots went in, we'd be talking about an entirely different team at this point.
Absolutely.
But now it's 2-1 in favor of the Dodgers. What do you think the Elite are going to do to change up their game plan? Because getting bumps hasn't really helped out, and they're kind of getting caught lacking in the backfield.
I agree, and I think it's probably just a matter of pressure, panic, poise, right? We're seeing a little bit of panic touches. We're seeing a little bit of double commits because they're really falling for the moves that Brionics is putting up there. He's taking it to the air. I think what I want to see is Warrat being more proactive, pre-jumping anytime you see Brionics go to the air, and just shut him down. Because that was a big part of what was opening up the opportunities for the Dodgers. I think if the Elite respond well here, you can see them come back and tie the series up.
And Warrat being proactive indeed, challenging that corner 50 from Brionics. Now Quispe trying to get another touch, cannot get it around. Warrat steps back, Quispe steps back. A lot of space for Brionics right now, who has the entire field, and you see Warrat coming in for that 50.
That was the kind of situation you want to avoid. Thankfully, Brionics not able to really make anything happen of it, but that's just way too much space to give somebody with this much mechanical talent on the field. Sedan, though, wastes 0 time putting that one in the back of the net. Sedan says, I don't have flashy mechanics. Well, I mean, he flip reset earlier, so let me not call him not a mechanical player, but he says, I don't need him right here. You just give me an opening that's about 200 milliseconds wide, and I'm going to drill it.
Just a pass in front, right into the corner. Or that perfect spot on the hitbox for owner of the White Sedan to just boom that ball all the way into the back of the net. Warrat just not able to catch up in time. Just a little bit too slow on the defensive rotation. Now Quispe tries to get it around Brionics, is able to do so and ties the game right back up with some flashy mechanics.
What an excellent
versus a
flick.
simple pass.
I mean, this is super simple, as easy as you like it. He just flicks. Brionics has no time to react. There's not much he can do there. It's 1v1, and Quispe has the ball on top of his car in a dangerous position.
Yeah, the only advice I can give in that kind of position is just make your car as big as possible. Unfortunately, just able to skim right over Brionics, and now a minute has gone by. We're still, as far as I'm concerned, 0 across the board, but maybe under the White Sedan can just put it in off the pass from Brionics over the back of the net.
Something happened here. The Elite really just let something break down. Quispe was so far down the field, I think maybe he was expecting Warrat to win at 50 that he didn't, but really this is just a breakdown in communication on the Elite side.
Breakdown communication, and honestly I think maybe Quispe was expecting to get an easy demo on Sedan, because I think White Sedan jumped immediately knowing Quispe was right behind him. And now we have Brionics keeping that ball in the corner, gets it around Warrat, but Quispe's there. Now Brionics trying to pass to White Sedan. Quispe misses the shot, tries to get an easy touch over Brionics, but cannot get it there in time. Now Warrat is fighting for possession in that corner, trying to make sure Sedan cannot keep control. And Quispe jumps in on him. As soon as Sedan takes it middle, Quispe's there to get the read. And now both of them stepping back as Warrat gets a 50 off of Brionics and sends it right back up the side of the wall to their side now. Dangerous position, but Quispe's already there.
Thankfully, you saw there, Brionics didn't really have enough boost to follow through because that aerial attack was pretty open. Quispe getting up there pretty late, able to take it away though once Brionics ran out of boost, and then we're going to have one just roll into the net because the Elite aren't there again. So what's happening here? It seems just like there's a major rotational breakdown on the Elite side.
I think what happened there was Quispe was ready to challenge that 50 and give it out to Warrat. Warrat was waiting for that pass, but the call never went through. The call dropped as soon as Brionics was on the side of that wall and challenging and is able to get just a very fortunate corner shot, but still works in favor of the Dodgers, and now they're running away with the lead, two points higher in their favor right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't call this running away with it yet. I mean, it is there's 2 minutes 45 seconds. There's plenty of time to do just about anything, and Sedan misses an open net again. That's twice in this series. He's going to really be kicking himself. Those are the kind of opportunities you don't want to waste.
And now you might have another opportunity here. Gets it. Warrat just a bit too far forward. Quispe loses the 50, and Sedan quick on the recovery, coming up the middle just to get that shot in.
Like we've seen before, even though he will have missed the occasional open net, and we'll keep roasting him for it the entire series, Sedan doesn't take long. He doesn't need a whole lot of time. He doesn't need a big window, and he will drill it.
Doesn't miss twice is how he put it in the chat right now. Now, White Sedan has the ball on the hood. Warrat tries to get it. Quispe gets a save off of that, but now Brianna stepping back. They have the lead at this point. Gets it around Quispe. Warrat is able to get the 50. Both on the same side, though. That's a bit of a dangerous play, and Quispe has to step back, realizing he's the last man there. And Brianna misses a touch. Ball passed up to Quispe. Quispe is able to get just enough in front, and Sedan cannot get the ball cleared out of the way.
Let's see, back to our initial theme of the players trying to make whatever we say a lie. I was just about to talk about how this is where the Dodgers are so dangerous, where we saw them in the last game really just control the entire back half of the game, not give up really any pressure, let alone any goals. They gave up one, but and as I'm about to say that, they overcommit on a passing play that was, well-intentioned, but not quite able to finish it off, and here we are now, 4-3. The Elite on the charge back.
Quispe just taking the ball in his hand and says, just let me do this. Let me take the team on my back and get in the bag. And running away with it, getting a demo on White Sedan, who half-flips, tries to get it out of the way. Brianna tries to help out, but just ends up putting it back into the net, helping out Quispe and bringing it back down to a 1-point lead. Now Warrat says, get me out. Let me go ahead and help you out a little bit. Takes the pass off the kickoff and ties up the game.
And this is one where Warrat is doing his best to restrain himself from just spamming the faking quick chat. But really an excellent play there. You love to see it. And all of a sudden, the Elite are back here. And this is why I say game's never over, especially in twos. We're still a minute 45 left here in the game. So it's really anybody's game, anybody's series at this point.
And I think one thing to kind of shout out is one thing I kind of know is when you play with Warrat is to don't let him get into his own head too much. He is a very talented player. He just needs to focus on playing the game. He needs to stay out of his head and just focus on the next play. Don't overthink, don't overcommit. And right now we saw that in that goal off the pass from Quispe. He saw an opportunity. He saw another opportunity to give it out to Quispe, who just puts it right in over the defender and gets the lead right back in favor of the Elite.
Such a beautiful touch here. Honestly, Quispe, this is the kind of stuff that we've seen him do glimpses of throughout the series, just absolutely reading the play way before everybody else in the lobby. Beautiful touch, knows he just needs to guide it into the net there. And now the Elite are out.
But that might have been a chance that Sedan is looking for. It gets a ball right on target, but Quispe sends it off and away. Now there's not a defender back. Can Quispe get it down to Warrat? Tries the soft touch. Warrat gets demoed by Brianna. Good foresight there. And now Dodgers have possession. Tries to get it down in front of the net. Warrat's coming back from spawn. Gets a block and sends it up to Quispe. Quispe, low touch, sends it off and away, but Warrat can't pick up the phone, plays it smart, plays the lead, and Sedan is trying to catch up here. 45 seconds left on the clock. No one's back at the net now with that demo by White Sedan.
And we've seen it happen so many times throughout this series. The Dodgers using demos to great effect, just absolutely deleting the Elite off the field, leaving their net wide open. And every once in a while, they're going to put them through.
Bryonics, great play there. White Sedan, fantastic demo. We're tied up 5-5 once again. 40 seconds left on the clock. And now White Sedan taking it slow, gets it over Quispe. Warrat all the way back towards the defensive side of the field. Gets it around White Sedan, gets that boost. Bryonics has to get back in the save. Warrat misses the touch. And now we're back onto the offense for the Dodgers. And Sedan was looking for a pass that could not pick it up. Sends it back to the corner, back into Quispe, who booms it all the way across the field now. We got 12 seconds left on the clock. Elite try to get a play going here. Quispe has to jump back. Bryonics tries to get back to the middle of the field here. Now White Sedan has to get another challenge in. Quispe is able to knock it off and away, gets a savior. It's 5 5-5 as we head into overtime here.
Well, we're not done yet. We've got to let the ball hit the ground first, although now I think it will. There you go.
What a fantastic play between two teams. Neither want to make this an easy series for the other. Elite want to, on map, currently one down in the series, 2-1 in favor of the Dodgers. Warrat booms it up the field, tries to get it to Quispe. Quispe opts for the boost instead, is giving time for Warrat to come up. Warrat at the center of the field now. Bryonics tries to get another touch there. So, White Sedan tries to bounce it around Quispe and Warrat, but Warrat's able to get the save. Now Quispe's there. Sends it off to the center. Will breakaway play for the Dodgers. They just need to get one simple touch to get it in, and Bryonics is able to get a play.
That's the tragedy of this game here, where the Elite overcommit just slightly. Don't expect that last little touch that Bryonics has there, and he's able to just walk it down the field, put it in. The Dodgers take the series now, go up 3-1. There is no chance for the Elite to get the series win, but the all-important Game 5 will still be played. The Elite will try to salvage as many wins as they can out of this series, and the Dodgers will try to go up 4-1 to put themselves on the best foot they can manage for the rest of the season.
Fantastic play between both teams, and a very different Elite. Quispe, 4 goals out of 6 right now, and on the White Sedan, he broke double digits on shots by himself, just trying to put it on net and keeping that pressure on the Elite. And I guess in that overtime, the Elite just felt all eyes on them. They felt the spotlight just hone in, everyone watching exactly what they would do. If they broke under the pressure, letting that breakaway work out in Bryonics' favor. And now we got 3 goals, 3 assists for Bryonics, and owner of the White Sedan being there with 1 assist of his own and 3 goals of his own as well, too.
Really what I'd like to see the most out of Bryonics is his deadly aerial play. Whether it's really resulted in a lot of goals or a lot of shots on net or not, he's making solid threats. Every time he pops the ball up, the Elite have to respond to it. And I think that's a big part of how the Dodgers are managing to just find their way to like widen the crack in the armor of the Elite defense.
Mm-hmm. And just to give a quick shout out as well, folks, if you have a franchise team or if you just love minor league esports in general, go to !Proline to go to the Proline shop as well. Pick up the Hyperion shirts, the Vanguard shirts, or the very same ones I am wearing as well, and pick up your own jersey for your favorite franchise or team as we get into match 5 right now with the Elite on their back foot, just trying to minimize damage caused by the Dodgers. Warrat, great demo on Bryonics there, but not enough as White Sedan is able to take this ball up the field to the side, over to Bryonics, who knocks it back over to the other side, and Quispe is on the defensive end, keeps in the corner.
We're going to see here that the Elite are going to play a little bit more, I don't want to say unhinged, but unreserved. You know, it's game 5 of the match. They've already, unfortunately, lost the series, but they decide, you know, we're just going to go, we're going to let it all hang out here. We'll leave nothing on the field to see what we can take away from game 5. And you see Warrat opening up in those first couple seconds with that demo on the net, getting Bryonics out of there. I'd like to see more of that, please. More of that from Warrat.
I think it's just the biggest mental difference you can make as Bryonics puts a shot on and Quispe's just not able to get there in time. But that's the biggest difference you can make mentally is, okay, we've lost the series. We can, 1, focus on minimizing damage, keep the series as close as humanly possible. But also, what can we do differently that we can take away for the next series, for the next match? Something that we need to think about for replay review. And if you can learn something in the middle of the match that gets you a win, then that's one more that you have on the other team for the future. But unfortunately, Quispe tries at a save and cannot get around Bryonics, passes it out to White Sedan, and the Dodgers are running away. Getting another point.
Really showing off the mechanical skill here. Bryonics just breaking axles with that fake. Quispe had already thrown all of his momentum into the challenge, went sailing right past there, and it didn't really matter whether he got the next touch to put it in the net or not, because Sedan was there to put it home. Even though he's missed 2 open nets this series, Sedan doesn't miss from that close.
And now the Dodgers looking to get another point. Tries to pass out to owner of the White Sedan, but now that ball's on a breakaway for the Elite, and they're able to get their first point onto the stat line of this match.
And you can see Sedan, well, maybe you can't see, but it's putting what a save in the chat there for himself. He knows it was his mistake. He overcommitted, led to the breakaway there. But yeah, easy enough. Mistake from the Dodgers. The Elite capitalize.
Yeah, 1-2, 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in match 5 as Bryonics gets up and just pinched it off the side of the post there, tries to get it away from Quispe, almost gave it back to Warrat, but now Sedan passes it up to Bryonics and puts the shot right in.
And now I think the Dodgers were seeing the exact same thing we were talking about at the beginning of the game with the Elite, where they're like, all right, let's let it hang loose. No more pressure. The series is effectively over. We're just going to try this one game. The Dodgers showing that, hey, we can let our hair down too. And what an excellent passing play. And Brownix doesn't miss that and just drills it back into the net, into the back of the net, excuse me. And now 3-1 Dodgers, 3:30 left in the game.
Quispe caught without boost trying to go for a ceiling shot, but instead White Sedan's able to maintain possession, gets it up to the field right to Warrat. Quispe pops it up high, almost in, and Warrat tries to clean up the mess but cannot beat out White Sedan. And now he has control, taking it nice and slow. Gets a shot off the post, but Bryonics cannot get there in time. Now Quispe open that opportunity, passes in, and Warrat comes in and steals the goal.
No, that was a passing play. They were just trying to show that they can do, full team passing plays just like the Dodgers did on their last goal. Warrat there drills into the back of the net, says, hey, put me on the clip reel too.
Warrat just wants a couple more seconds in the spotlight. 2 goals for himself, but both those coming off of passes from Quispe. And now we're still 1-point game right now in favor of the Dodgers. More than 2 minutes have gone by as White Sedan puts it back in the corner. Warrat is keeping that ball alive but cannot maintain control. And now Quispe missing the touch. Bryonics is able to get a shot in and takes that back to 2 points and the lead.
Just another simple mistake by the Elite that the Dodgers have capitalized on here. And you can't expect Bryonics not to hit that when the net's right there and it's wide open and undefended.
But he can at least like do a flip reset, musty flick or something, just to, kind of show off the mechanics of the Dodgers.
I don't know about you, but if my solo queue teammates are any indication, the people who try to, musty flick on an open net are the ones that more often than not miss it. So I prefer Bryonics' approach there of just walking it in.
Yeah, it worked out in their favor though, and they still have the lead. White Sedan almost keeping that ball in control, but now Quispe sending it forward over to Warrat, who gives it a soft touch, tries to get it around Sedan, and now Bryonics and Sedan fighting for possession between each other, and Bryonics wins out that argument. And now, but cannot get the ball to go in. Quispe sends it up to Warrat, and Warrat loses control. Now Quispe has to get a pop-up and send it off and away. Being told in chat right now, Brown can do the flip reset to Musty, just opting not to. Warrat getting a shot there from the pass by Quispe between the 50 and gets a goal.
Sometimes it doesn't matter how well of flip reset, double tap Musty you can do if you're just gonna leave the ball in the middle of the field with your net undefended.
Yeah, Dodgers just kind of, as long as they can maintain that lead, I think they're acting a little bit more lax about play. Just knowing they have the series in their favor, they're okay with it. Ball popping right in front of the net. Warrat pops it up high towards the corner. Bryonics tries to get it going. Sedan also tries to keep a possession going, gets it around. I believe that was Quispe. Now Warrat is trying to slow down play. But unfortunately, the Dodgers kind of running away with it here. White Sedan faking out Quispe. Bryonics comes in on the corner and sends it off to the side, trying to get a pass out to White Sedan once more.
Yeah, Sedan will absolutely claim that was a fake shot, and we'll believe him.
You know what? I sense no lies there. And as far as I'm concerned, as long as they maintain that lead, they're good. Bryonics gets a nice little pop, booms it all the way out, and Sedan is there to fix and finish off the play with that pass.
What an excellent play on the backboard there from Bryonics, just to get this simple clear. And the fact is that the Elite were pushed up too far to have anything really to say about it. And Sedan just gets a little touch there, nudges it in, makes sure that the Dodgers stay on top. 5-3, 1 minute left to go.
If I was a Sedan, I would have helped out my teammate and made them look a lot more attractive on the scoreline. Warrat getting a goal off the pass from Quispe, but I would have demoed the last man instead of going for that shot.
I mean, I don't know, we might have to watch the replay back, but it looked like to me that the clear was actually going to hit off of the post there, as we're just completely ignoring the fact that Bryonics served Warrat on a platter there. So great mechanics, but even the greatest of mechanical players can make a mental error there and not keep a handle on the ball near their goal line. Brown is just showing us that he's human, I think, really is the moral of the story there.
I agree, and honestly, a lot of times when you're in a bit of a panic mode or when you just get a save, getting a good clean possession, good clean clear out to the corners or out to the side can be a little bit more difficult than you think, and sometimes you just make the wrong touch, giving that easy pass to the opposing team. And now Bryonics sends it off to the side, disrupts the play for Quispe, who's going to come in right up the center to get that goal. Could not get there in time, and now deflector off the side. 24 seconds left. Warrat keeps the play alive.
That's the third demo that we've seen just in the last, 20 or 30 seconds. Sedan and Warrat trading them. I think that third one was the first time we saw them on the camera, though. But it's been sort of a slugfest out there for the last, 30, 40 seconds. Quispe finally managing to get back to the ball.
And 3 seconds left to go, and I think this is just going to be Dodgers series 4-1 in their favor. Elite just not able to keep up after that very, very strong comeback in the second match, and that very close matchup in the third as well.
Yeah, so really, when you look at the overall result of the series, it's easy to say, like, oh, this is sort of a steamroll. The Dodgers 4-1 over the Elite. But there's a lot of good to take away here for the Elite. And no, it may not be Warrat's first series in CL, like I was corrected earlier, was his second. Still, like, a good showing. We went to overtime in Game 1. We went to overtime in Game 4. They won Game 2. They went 5-4 in the final game. There's a lot of positives here, a lot of excellent play. Ultimately, though, the Dodgers just the slightly better team. Sedan in particular having that much better presence in the midfield, and Bryonics with that deadly aerial attack made it so that the Elite really just weren't able to keep up.
Yeah, the Elite just kind of felt a little bit too slow, and they didn't have the stamina to just keep up with the speed of the Dodgers. And I think White Sedan and Bryonics just showed a lot of good chemistry, just a lot of trust in each other. And there was like the minimal amount of double commits on their side. Meanwhile, the Elite just a lot of plays where I saw them almost tripping over each other, both playing the same side or both going for the same ball and just swinging right past it to give the easy goal.
Yeah, and that's something that we mentioned at the beginning of the series. We both predicted that the Dodgers would probably take this one. They've been playing together longer. They were both Dodgers last season, and I think that played out here. So not terribly surprising, although a little bit disappointing for the Elite fans out there. Any final remarks here on this series?
Stick around, folks. We have Premier League doubles coming up next. And on top of that, if you've seen any plays that you like, if you see any teams you like, hit exclamation mark POTW for play of the week. Submit your clips to OpenNet to be reviewed and judged live on Wednesdays at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time on this channel. Along with that, make sure you go check out exclamation mark Proline. Go check out the jerseys and shirts and merch provided by Guardian Proline, a premier store to pick up your favorite teams and show them love and support. Even get your own name on the back too,
which is a pretty cool feature to mention. All right, well, that's going to do it here for us. CL2s is a wrap. I'm Nigel. And that's for my friend there, Ice Cold Brew, signing off for Minor League Esports.